Okay, I'm back. This is Sin and Immorality, Part 2. I don't know how many parts this is gonna be. Okay. So as I left off reading the Ten Commandments, and I believe I left out number 5. Honor your mother and father. So now, I've read, but thou shalt not kill, and, well, this script, this right here will give you well, I'll show you. I'll just read these scriptures right now. Okay, this is Jesus talking. Matthew chapter 5, verses 21 and 22. You have heard it said to those of old, you shall not murder, and whoever murders, it will be in danger of the judgment. Now, like I said, this is where a lot of people, get the wrong idea of what sin and immorality is. I mean, sin is disobeying God, and immorality is, I mean, we think of actually doing it, taking it out to action. We think that as long as we don't literally do it, it's okay. And the God's standards of morality is thinking about doing it makes you just as guilty as if you actually did it. Let's see, and now continuing to Matthew chapter 5, verse 22. But I say to you that whoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And whoever says to his brother, Raka, or however you pronounce that word, shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever says, you fool, shall be in danger of hellfire. God's standards, not mine. This is Jesus' standards. Now, 27:28. You have heard it said to those of old, you shall not commit adultery. But I say to you, that whoever looks at a woman to lust for her, has already committed adultery with her in his heart. Now once again, just thinking about it, lusting after, lusting after somebody, it's a sin. Now Jesus' standards of perfection is too high for us to live up to. And oh yeah, I left out one. Another one, the Ten Commandments. You shall not covet your neighbor's house, you shall not covet your neighbor's wife, nor his male servant, nor his female servant, nor his donkey, his ox, nor his donkey, nor anything that is your neighbor's. That's a very hard one to follow, actually. I mean, it's very easy to, to see a fancy card that somebody has, and you're thinking, I want that. And it's very easy. And it's a sin against God. Let's see how much time has passed. Okay. I still have a few more minutes, well, several more minutes, about 8, 9 more minutes or so. Let's see. And now, now Jesus is the standards of perfection, of morality, the moral standards, is too high for us to reach. And there's more to being a Christian than doing the right thing all the time. And you can do the right thing all the time and believe in doing the right thing without being a Christian. 'Cause I've done it. But even then, even before I became a Christian, I always believed in doing the right thing. I was honest. I never stole. I never, I never held grudges. I never broke the law. But I still did things that was a sin to God. I would listen to music with some cussing in it. I would play video games that have some cussing in it. Every now and then I used to let a couple of cuss words fly out of my mouth. That's in God's standards of morality, Jesus' standards of morality, is too high for us, and although society probably wouldn't find anything wrong with cussing, God does. Jesus never cussed. Therefore, we shouldn't cuss either. Gave up cussing when I became a Christian. Actually, when I started going back to church, about a year and a half before I officially became a Christian. Hold on a minute. Okay. Now this one, you gotta... Hold on a minute. Okay. Sorry I got distracted by something. Okay, it's been 8 minutes now. Now what was I talking about? Oh yeah. Yeah, Matthew chapter 22. Now you would have to go back to that chapter and read all around it to get the entire picture. I just thought I'd get the, leading up to. Chapter 22. When the Pharisees heard that he had silenced the Sadducees, they gathered together. Then one of them, a lawyer, asked him a question, testing him and saying, "Teacher, which is the great commandment in the law?" Jesus said to them, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first commandment. And the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these 2 commandments hang all the law and the prophets." So when you love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul and all your mind, then you're not going to have a desire to sin against him. You will repent from your sin. And when you love your neighbor as yourself, you're not going to have a desire to sin against your neighbor. You're not going to have a desire to hate him or do anything against him. Hold on a minute. Well, which is, no, it's just gonna cover the, with one video where it seemed that this atheist was talking about. I mean, we could truly do those things. You would repent from your sin. You would, you would become born again. I mean, I believe that there was a difference between a Christian and a born again Christian. I mean, because a Christian is what? A follower of Jesus? Something like that. And I mean, it took me about 6 months after I became a Christian for all the sinful desires that I struggled with was gone. So even when we first become Christians, we're still struggling with desires. We the most. I spent a lot of time worshiping God. In a 6 months period, and I noticed that I was becoming a better person. I knew that I couldn't do it myself. I'm not perfect yet, but I've came a long way. Hold on a minute. Well, and like I said, I'm gonna have a lot of parts in this video. I might as well let off right here, because this is gonna take another while, and what I'm gonna talk about next. Okay, I'm gonna let this video run for about a minute. No. Oh.